What a special week to be alive. On behalf of our friend Chelonia Midas, the green sea turtle, happy World Sea Turtle Week, everyone. I get to spend a lot of time with these animals this year, and I conclude that the babies are in fact adorable. But when you're holding one that's just emerged, you can feel 100 million years of evolution ready to take on the world. I went to 3 places this year to learn more about these animals. Our first stop is Michoacan, Mexico. I spent evenings with biologists relocating nests into their hatchery and releasing newly emerged turtles. I also hung out in my favorite classroom, still had to do some classwork until some bees got into a transformer and we no longer had power. For our next stop, we're going to scoot over to Kona, Hawaii, where I attended the International Sea Turtle Society Symposium and made friends with this turtle as I was getting ready to go for a snorkel. Came over to say hello. I really wanted to learn about the turtles at our next destination, Long Beach, California. Before last summer, I didn't know that we even had sea turtles in California, but it turns out we have a lot of them. And Long Beach is a great place to see them up close. And as I learned more and talked to people, the conservation efforts to protect these turtles are largely community-based, just people that have a passion to protect sea turtles, both at their nesting beaches and here. And so I hope you enjoy my short documentary highlighting these communities. Community-based citizen science is a critical component to any conservation effort. The following story highlights 2 communities in strikingly different locations working to protect the same East Pacific green sea turtles that begin life in Mexico and find their way to Long Beach, California. Along the way, we'll meet some of the folks leading the protection efforts.
Visité este lugar en 1985 por primera vez y desde ese entonces hice conexión con las tortugas marinas. Me pareció, era una población que desafortunadamente estaba muy cerca de peligro crítico de extinción y a mí me pareció que el trabajo para recuperar una población en riesgo me pareció muy interesante porque siempre me ha interesado la preservación de la biodiversidad. Y bueno, para mí siempre esto fue, aparte de un trabajo importante, pues una gran aventura en mi vida y se ha convertido en eso, ¿no? Nosotros estamos trabajando aquí en una comunidad indígena, Nahua, un pueblo originario de los antiguos mexicas en México, y creo que tenemos mucho que aprender de ellos. La relación que tienen las comunidades con el ambiente natural es algo que nosotros debemos imitar para salvaguardar pues, lo que queda de las especies. Hemos perdido cientos, quizá miles de especies en muy poco tiempo, en esta época que ahora conocemos como antropoceno, y creo que la restauración de las especies ayuda a que los ecosistemas naturales funcionen perfectamente porque pues nosotros dependemos de la salud de los ecosistemas. Cada uno de nosotros puede contribuir de manera importante a la protección de estas especies, de las tortugas marinas, incluso sin necesidad de visitar una playa, simplemente evitar que la basura, que el plástico sobre todo, llegue a los ambientes acuáticos, porque todo el plástico que llega a los ríos, a los arroyos, regresa al mar. Estimamos que entre 8 y 12 millones de toneladas de plástico llegan al mar, causando una serie de problemas entre ellas pues obviamente la generación de microplásticos. Algunas tortugas consumen plástico y están muriendo por eso. Entonces creo que es importante para cada ciudadano contribuir, aunque sea evitando el consumo innecesario de plástico y otros elementos que nosotros consumimos diariamente en nuestras vidas. Y pues simplemente con el hecho de ahorrar energía, ahorrar agua, colocar los desechos en su sitio, creo que estamos contribuyendo de manera importante a la preservación de la biodiversidad.
I came up here and was just amazed. A couple things about it amazed me. One was the amount of trash and very large debris. I was struck by the fact that there were so many turtles up here and that they could live in this environment. It pained me greatly to see, and all of the wildlife. I mean, there's a ton of wildlife out here. There's a lot of pelagic birds and non-pelagic birds and the turtles, and they seem to be thriving. But I have a number of photos with these. They're just all perched on the debris of the shopping carts and pallets and mattresses and all the debris. A lot of it comes from runoff. Well, I think all of it comes from runoff. San Gabriel River Channel and the Coyote Creek Channel, they go. They're both very long, and I think some of the debris comes along there. Most of the large debris shows up after big rains, but not all of it. I have pulled shopping carts out of the channel, the center of the channel, when there hasn't been rain for quite a while. So at some point, those shopping carts roll down the cement channel and end up in the river, and then they just the current pulls them down. So I actually go upriver now looking for them, trying to prevent them from getting into the mouth where the confluence of the two creeks. And so my sister, my nephew, and I came down here and pulled them all out. We rolled them over the rocks, and then we rolled them up the side of the channel. When we got them up onto the service road, we kind of looked at each other and said, well, now what? Right? So you get the trash out of the river, but then what, right? I don't have the means to dispose of 6 shopping carts. These pockets of cleanups are helping, but they are not the long-term solution. I put a trash can down the service road here, and people are using it. Maybe someday the county will take ownership of that trash can and empty it, but for now, I do. Yeah, so this young man that had been running pointed us to a turtle that had been trapped down here, and I scrambled down the rocks. Initially, I thought it was dead because it was not moving, and then all of a sudden it came to the surface, and it took such a desperate breath. It came to the surface and it went, and then it went back down. And it was very clear that it was in trouble. Every one of the entangled turtles that we've brought in has a hook ingested. And so we called NOAA, we called aquarium staff, and the aquarium team came down here, and we rescued it. But that turtle was rehabilitated by the aquarium. Wonderful success story. But those are the types of strandings we see. Part of the challenge here is that it borders between 2 counties. There's LA County on the west side and Orange County on the east side. There's Long Beach, there's Seal Beach, there's Los Cerritos, and then the channel itself goes all the way up to Azusa. So there are a lot of different parties that are not accountable. Then I met a woman from LA Public Works on the riverbed, so I usually talk to everybody. And she showed me the LA Works app, the Works. And so now all I have to do is take a picture and submit it as debris in the flood control channel, and LA County Public Works will come pick it up. So that's made a tremendous difference to my life. And they're appreciative of what we're doing, pulling the trash out. But it's not really a sustainable model, right? It depends on me and a couple other people being willing to pull this large debris, which isn't fun and isn't necessarily safe, out of the river, and then having somebody come pick it up. So we need to find a longer term, more sustainable approach that doesn't rely on me and just a couple other people I know that are willing to do this.
This story is a snapshot of what a community can do when it comes together to protect the living world around us.
Get involved in stuff that makes a difference, because it makes a difference to you.
Es el único planeta, por lo menos en nuestro sistema solar, que tiene vida. Despertamos, abrimos los ojos y la biodiversidad está simplemente a la vista por todos lados, y es el único planeta que tenemos con esas características. Entonces, hay que cuidar nuestro planeta porque solamente tenemos uno.
Thanks, gang. As we've learned, it takes a village, and I had help along the way from Gloria, my chair, Carolina Montejo, filmmaker here, my NOAA advisors, Callie Turner Tomaszewicz, Jeff Semenoff, both just up the hill at Southwest Fisheries, and Nick Dinezzo, it's on around here somewhere, thank you, from the SeaWorld Animal Rescue Team. And if you have any other, if you want to follow along the story, just go here for updates. Thank you.
Hi, Keenan. Congratulations. This is such a powerful tool for getting other people involved that have power and means, right? So how do you see this working to actually hold accountable the city, or like who's in charge of that? Who can actually look at that and then provide funds for Cheryl to actually get the trash out of there?
That's actually a really great topic, because that is one of the hurdles, one of the turtle hurdles. As she mentioned, there's so many different parties involved, and committee meetings, city council meetings that her and some other folks have gone to. It's always, oh no, it's actually over there. Actually, it's that. Actually, they're involved. That's their responsibility. And so the plan, I have a shorter version that folks can take to these meetings to show the people that aren't on the ground doing this on their own time. And hopefully that will garner some support for that. That's something other than, hey, we pulled this trash out. Let's take a picture of it, and maybe somebody will come pick it up before it goes back in.
Yeah, great video, Keenan. Yeah, I've been working and diving with these turtles here in Southern California for years. I've lived here my whole life, and I had no clue they were in this river until you started this project. So my question is, like, how do we get more people to learn about this so they can like contribute and help, when I know somebody who lived a couple blocks from there who had no clue until I went up there to see it for myself and like posted pictures of it. So like if people don't even know these turtles are there, how do you envision like broadening the message so that we can get people involved in cleanups and more active and like interested and involved in helping out with this little turtle community in a very dirty river?
Also a challenge. From the research I've done and just looking at trends in science communication, specifically video is becoming such a powerful tool, especially short form videos with social media and very short attention spans of consumers of media. So taking this, breaking it up into little bits, posting it in different areas, giving this to like Cheryl. There's some other folks up there that work on it as well that they can use in their channels. I know the Aquarium of the Pacific has a volunteer monitoring program specific to this area and to these turtles. Excuse me. That when they're out there, as Cheryl had her shirt on, they're always talking to folks and saying, hey, who can answer some questions out here and kind of stuff like that. So right now, that's the method.
Great.